This is going to be an unboxing and first impressions of this RYOBI 18V brushless Expand-It compatible, which means you can change the end pieces with different accessories, 15-inch cordless string trimmer. So several years ago, I tried the early version of the 40-volt string trimmer, and I really wasn't satisfied with it. It only had one speed, it kind of had a slow acceleration, and the battery didn't last that long. Now, since that time, I've had several brushless RYOBI 18-volt cordless tools, and they have been superior in battery life and power compared to the non-brushless tools. I mean, I have angle grinders which I reach for the 18-volt now instead of the corded one, just because it's a lot more convenient and it has the same amount of power. The same thing with the brushless skill saw. It has a lot of power. I wouldn't say the same as a corded one, but it's got a lot of power and will cut through just anything that I needed to cut through compared to the older non-brushless cordless tool. So I read a lot of good reviews about this. I have high hopes for this. Now I just want to see, what's inside this box and show it to you. So let's do a quick unboxing of it. So first things at the top, we have the charger. This is a more compact charger than what I'm used to, and a 4 amp hour lithium battery. And these are, I have a lot of these batteries. These are really good batteries. They last a long time. They even have a 9 amp hour now, which I'm certain would last over twice as long, and would actually be a good upgrade if you needed it. Here comes the rest of the trimmer. Okay, so let's quickly look at the little bag of accessories that's here. We have the guard, this crank, which is used for reeling the cord in, and this cord, which looks better quality than cords I've seen in the past, like a reinforced core with an outside which has ribs. I think I've read for kind of aerodynamics. It's kind of similar to the spiral you see around a car antenna that keeps the car antenna from wiggling back and forth. So it makes it more aerodynamic and stable. So this probably does something similar with this shape on the outside of the cord. The string. Got the handle. It's a hot day outside. I'm already sweating just opening this box. So here's the head. It's got a little bit of tape on there, and it's already preloaded with string, and it's a pretty big head, and it has a new bump system that's different from the past ones. And I'm just going to open it up quickly. You just squeeze on the tabs on the side to open it, and then you can see the cord in here. This doesn't come apart, but there we go. Now it's a little bit loose. Here, I'll pull the string out a little bit, and we can try the wind up to see how that works. It has a pretty heavy-duty spring to push the bump, so you have to push down pretty hard to close it. So here's the winder. So I guess when you have the cord, you can just put the winder on there and then wind this, and you hear it popping. You could probably do it. You can do it by hand too, but the winder is definitely easier if you have a lot of cord on here. And here is the head. So the head has 2 speeds, adjustable, high and low here. I heard that it's really nice for low for extended runtime, and high for when you need a lot of power, when you have heavy duty cutting. And the trigger is nicer than before. It's got this flip, and then, so it's locked out. It's got this flip and then pull. So before, the last one I had a kind of a thumb thing on the back, and then you had to squeeze pretty hard and it would tire your hand out. This seems like it's more efficient to probably not tire your hand out as easily. Although this seems like it's also easier for a kid to trigger. So I would be careful about that. It doesn't seem kid-proof. It seems more like just bump-proof. I've heard someone complain about it being unlocked pretty easily and started by accident while they had it in their golf cart, I think. So you might want to be careful about that. It actually probably would be nice if it had a separate on-off switch where you could completely turn it off, but you can also pull out the battery. So let's check the battery power. And the battery is only at 2 bars right now, so I'm going to go and pick up a fresh battery that's freshly charged. I want to charge that first. I'm going to attach this Expand-It accessory on here. So take off the protective cover. You should hold on to this protective cover because it's got actually a hanger on here, so you can put it back on when you're not using this and hang it up like that. Let's see. There we go. Okay. This tightener has a nice ratcheting sound to it, so it sounds like it ratchets and hopefully should hold on and keep it nice and tight. The handlebar has a wing nut on the bottom. It's actually a plastic wing nut. And let's see, which way does this go? Let's go like this. Oh, it says the handle position should be right about here. So it's actually indicated on the boom. Let's see if I'm holding it like this. It feels about good. It looks like this is the only part to assemble that will need a tool. This screw has a hex head and a flat head. So I'll need to probably get a tool for that if there's no tool included in here. And that's fine, I don't expect them to include extra tools and stuff for everything. I've got plenty of screwdrivers. Yep. I don't see a screwdriver anywhere, so that's the only tool it looks like you'll need. On the string trimmer, there's a little bit of tape there, so take that tape off. Got a freshly charged battery. Let's plug it in and give it a go. So this does also have some acceleration time. Low. High. One thing I actually like is I really like how high this bump is away from the ground, because when it's too small here and you go to bump it, you can really tear up your grass. So it's kind of a nice height actually. It's kind of a minimum height that I'd want to cut the grass at. All right, let's give it a go, trimming up some of this stuff here. On low. Low is actually plenty strong to do this regular trimming, just this easy trimming. No problem. I mean, I could even go probably lower than that. The guard does kick up a lot of stuff, but I guess you just have to wear long pants. Okay, so for a quick summary of this Ryobi 18V brushless cordless string trimmer, I just did a quick trimming at the edge of the house, and I think it works really well. It works a lot better to me, in my opinion, than the last 40-volt trimmer that I had that was not brushless. Now, I can't compare it to like the new 40-volt brushless trimmer. It's probably even better performance. The only thing that's a little bit annoying is the acceleration time. That's something I'm not used to with the other electric corded trimmer. That one accelerates almost instantaneously, but that one has a tremendous amount of power. I wish there was almost a setting for like lower power. This one on the setting, on the low power setting, it's actually great for just regular trimming. I don't think I'll need the high power that much unless I was really like in the brush. And for that, I'm going to try this brush cutter too. The bump was working well. The only thing I did not like was that sometimes when I would pause for a second, like between moving around, that when I'd go to pull the trigger again, it wouldn't start. I kind of had to let it like reset or something for it to go again. Sometimes it's fine, like if I pull the trigger and it's still spinning, then it can just keep going again. But sometimes it would like almost have to come to a complete stop, like it timed out or something. Like, see if it's spinning, watch this, like this. Maybe it's just that there's a little bit of a delay from when you pull the trigger to when that starts moving. And maybe that gives you the impression that, oh, it's not doing anything and I need to like start it again or something like that. Maybe that's it. Time will tell in using it if that's the case or not. So overall, I'm really happy with this. I don't have a gas trimmer, and I think this will encourage me to go out and do the trimming a lot easier than having to pull out the cord and all that stuff, and drag the cord around just to do the trimming, when there's really not that much trimming that needs to be done around our place. It's just a little bit in a few places. So I think this will be a good tool to just make that easier. And I think that's perfect. That's exactly where this cordless trimmer fits in. Is for someone who just needs to do some quick trimming and they don't want to drag out the corded trimmer, or they don't want to start up the gas trimmer. If you were probably doing a lot of trimming, a gas trimmer would probably be better, or the 40-volt trimmer, which is going to have a lot more, even though it's 40 volts, 4 amp hours, and this is 18 volts, 4 amp hours, the 40 volt 4 amp hour is going to have more capacity than the 18 volt will, and probably more power too. So if you were doing a lot of trimming, you either need to get a lot of these 18 volt batteries, or you need to get a higher power, the 40 volt trimmer or something like that. Like, I think this, if you had a bunch of these batteries, this would probably work fine. You could just keep switching out the batteries. I just used up, in that little bit of trimming I did right now, just for a few minutes, I used up 1 bar on the battery.